Although we are all from different places in this world, we all have one common thread among us. We all chose to come here to TCU and entrust our education in this university. Coming to a new environment, we were all fearful of failing, and may still be. There are many more challenges we yet still face. We all have resources to aid us, such as the novels we have read this semester. We have looked at the concept of growing up and changing as individuals in these situations. We have been exposed to these stories before, but have never looked in depth into the true meaning of their themes. They all have messages that can aid us significantly. By exposing ourselves to English children's literature, the journey the characters take can often teach us something new about the journey we are taking now. As the mission statement says, we need to be ethical leaders in the global community. The lessons in these stories can help us do just that, just as Alice answers the question, "Who am I?" or as Sophie learns from being exposed to a diversity of creatures, and especially how Wendy decides what role she wants to play when she grows up. Throughout Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Alice tries to answer the question, "Who am I?" When the caterpillar asks her, "Who are you?" Alice replies, "I hardly know, sir, just at present. At least I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have been changed several times since then." Alice learns that as an individual, she changes based on her experiences. Just as we all had an idea of our identity before coming to TCU, our experiences and the people we met have changed us to become more global citizens. In Dolls, the BFG takes Sophie to a completely new environment, and she struggles to understand many of the new creatures. The BFG tells Sophie, "What I mean and what I say is two different things." Sophie slowly learns to change the way she thinks so she can better interact with creatures unlike herself. There are many different people at TCU, and we have to alter the way we interact depending on whom we are with, but still stay true to ourselves, just as Sophie did. In the popular Peter and Wendy by J.M. Barrie, the readers contemplate the idea of growing up or trying to stay behind as a child. The characters learn that growing up is inevitable, just as we are in the process of deciding what role we want to play in society as adults. When Peter stops by once Wendy has grown up, she tells him, "I am old, Peter. I am ever so much more than 20. I grew up long ago." Wendy decides to grow up and be a mother, and Peter continues to run away from adulthood and is left behind. TCU will allow us time to become a perfect balance between Peter and Wendy, inhibiting Peter's childlike spirit while accepting, as Wendy does, our adulthood roles. Because we have exposed ourselves to English children's literature, we have been given many tools to aid us in our journey. Being ethical leaders in the global community first involves exposing ourselves to new situations and new people, and allowing ourselves to change, just as the characters in these stories do. TCU helps us live out this mission statement by helping us change and grow into responsible adults, the identity of whom we choose.